All right, so I'm just going to share a quick little project. I was inspired by Tanya Trantham, who's on my design team. She made a little swatch book that I thought was so clever. This is with my latest release. And she made a little swatch book full of her ribbons and trims and laces. And I just thought, what a genius idea. So instead of doing that, because that would take me like months, I thought I'm going to do my washi tape. So I took that idea and I decided that's what I'm going to use to organize all my washi tape. And so I started doing it. And then I thought I better leave some colors because I'm doing a demo. So I just thought I would quickly show how I did this. When I'm done, what I'm going to do is take a hole punch and possibly do eyelets. I don't know. But I'm going to put them on a ring. So I have all my washi tapes. And if I go to the store, I can take them with me and figure out, you know, if there's something I already have. And in looking through my box of washi tapes, I do have many colors that I have repeated, which I don't need to do. So I'll just get into it here. I'm going to use the stencil and stamp tool to make my little swatch card. And I just used a bunch of scraps that I had of white paper from some Sizzix, you know, cardstock that I had. This is the stamp set that I used, and they're all kind of referring to like color wheels and colors. The words have to do with colors. There's a little palette, and here's a swatch card. So anyway, that's the stamp set that I'm going to use, and here it is. And I'm going to take this out, and this is the one that I'm going to use for this project. So it's nice. They have new packaging, and it comes in this nice little case, which I love, so I can keep it all together. So you can see that, how am I going to do this? I've got my little arm for my camera here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamp, and this is a brand new one, so be honored that I used a new one for you guys. I'm going to just kind of center that on my little card here. I'm going to leave a little bit of room here because that's where I'm going to do my hole punch, and then I'm going to close my grid here and shoot. This is yeah, I should move it up a little. Sorry about this. Just wouldn't be a show without some kind of technical issue. But I'm just going to take my stamp pad. I used black. You could use any color. And then I'm just going to press that down. And I've got this little tool that I made. I don't know what this is, but I took some felt and I used that to just kind of press that image down. And then I lift up. And I don't really need to do this again. It came out nice and clear. So I'm just going to lift that up. And then I'm also going to say I'm going to do the swatch card on there, which I have all ready to go on a block, which is right here. So I'm going to just stamp that and line that up. Hopefully I get it right. And just stamp it. So now that's how I did a batch of these at a time. And I did put swatch card on there, but I just thought, oh, mess it up. So I didn't do it. All right, so now we are going to make our little card, and here's my washi tape. And all I'm going to do is take a variety of my colors, and I tried to keep them in color order. And if you saw the other ones, I already did one teal, but I have a lot of teal because that's my favorite color. And then I just trim them off. What you could do is just take your block here and pull, but I like to use these for other things, and I'll show you when I'm done. It's like when Anne said I have 10 minutes, I'm like, oh no, I can't do anything in 10 minutes. She knows that's true, and so does Tiffany. Anyway, let's see. That's a pretty one.
And Eileen, we can go over a little bit. So,
yeah.
Sure. And I'm just taking them, and I could, you know, if I wanted, I could do them just in here, but it's like I get a better picture of what the design is if I make it bigger. So I'm just, and plus it's easier to cut it and trim it. That's a cute one. And then I just fill it, and then actually you could take it and do the backside too. And then you'd have less you have to mess with. So it's really kind of fun.
I love this.
Yeah, it's easy. You know, one of those easy, fun, mindless projects to do at 11 o'clock at night.
It would make a great bookmark too.
It would be cute.
See?
Yep. Look at that. Aren't those pretty colors? All right. So let's see. Do I have a little one? I probably could fit one more at the bottom there. Might overlap it a little bit. So then what I do is I just take I will fix that, I promise. And, you know, I'm hearing you guys talk about you can't work without with a messy desk. And I'm like, I just cannot relate to that. But I do have my long scissors, but I don't know where they are. So I'm going to use these. So I just peel it up and then trim these off. And what I did actually was I put these, hopefully I can find it. I had a piece of acetate. I don't know what I did with it, but you could take a piece of like release paper and just kind of set these on here. And then they're just a nice little touch for like a snippet or a little touch of color in a journal. And, you know, they're already cut and ready to go. So that was my thought. But the longer scissors actually were perfect for this, but who knows where they wound up. I'm working on 2 desks right now because you guys were talking about all the projects you're working on. I'm in 2. So I have my alternate desk. That's where I was doing watercolors. And anyway, I have a whole sheet of like extra little snippets that is acrylic, so I can look at it and see what colors I have. And that's all there is to it. So I have a nice little stack of them. See, 2.
I love it.
Aren't they cute? They're so fun.
They are.
So
I love those so much. I need to go buy some washi tape.
Yeah. Make washi tape so I can organize it. Yeah. And then I had some extra little ends, and I just took another one of the stamps that are in this set, this one, and they didn't fit, but I kind of didn't mind that. I just stamped it on the thing, and these are watercolors that I have in one of my sets, so I can keep track of that. And I like the size of it. I just think it's cute. So I might do the same thing, put like a little ball chain, punch a hole, and, you know, have those colors there too. So I know if I go to buy paint, what I have. So anyway, guys, that is my project.
You did it.
I do it in 10 minutes. It's like a world record. Hang on, let me,
I'm impressed.
Well, I'm impressed myself.
Eileen, in the future, we'd be happy to give you more time.
That's okay. I don't need it. I'll just blab. So no.
Yeah. So who has questions for Eileen? I know
everybody loved it.
People here are fans of yours, but I think you need to talk a bit about. We do go way back, and it has been amazing to watch your career because those of you who don't know, Eileen is the ultimate designer of all that she does. So for those who don't know you, and I don't know who that could possibly be, can you tell them about what you do?
Well, I design dies for Sizzix, and I've been working with them for 16 years. And the dies that I kind of brought to them are called scoreboards dies. So they're meant to be used with thicker material, matte board, chipboard, leather, you know, heavy duty stuff. So you can cut a nice sturdy base for a project. So like books, boxes, folders, things like that. So that's mainly what I do. But I also now have done stamps, and in the process of of designing dies, when I first started, I was using a program called Publisher, which is not a die program at all. And so I sent my designs in with little pictures and arrows, 1.75 inches. And they're like, no, you're going to have to learn Illustrator. So I had to get a new computer because mine was old, learn Illustrator. And I told the head graphic designer, oh, I'll send it in on Monday in Illustrator. It's like how she didn't laugh her head off. And it took me like 6 months to learn it, but it's good because I use it all the time now. So, it was kind of painful in the beginning, but I just like making structural things. It's really fun. So
it is awesome.
And when I heard you were coming on, I reminded Anne that I don't have a Sizzix machine. So I really appreciate you showing tonight. I know. I really appreciate you showing tonight that what you can do with the stamps that are in your set, because it's important for those of us who don't have those machines to know that we can create some other awesome. I just washi tape.
Yes. Well, I can probably hook you up if you want a machine, Tiffany.
I do believe
I will take you up on that, because now I have plenty of space. When I moved here 14 months ago, I had 0 craft supplies. I now have 600 square feet. So I have room. But one question from Mary: which of your journal dies do you use most when creating for yourself?
I like the big one, not the full-size journal, but the traveler's notebook size. It's like 8 3/4 by 4.5, and it just holds a lot. It's a nice shape. It you feel like it if you're writing in them. It's a good size for a list, which I have lists everywhere, and you just have a little more space to create. But it's kind of like this is one that I did for my cruise that I just went on, and so I'm working on that right now. So it's kind of like, the new ones are exciting too. So yeah,
that's a great question, because it's always cool to hear kind of behind the scenes what the designer uses.
Yeah,
it is
very cool. Any other questions?
Brenda said that's her favorite also.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Brenda made me an adorable one out of a golden book for the seashore, for the beach.
I remember that.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, Brenda. Oh, there's Juliana. Good to see. Oh, she's still waiting for hers. Uh-oh, we got to talk to Taylor. All right. Hey, Rhonda. How are you? Good to see you guys. Thanks for popping in here. This is so much fun.
Isn't it fun?
We hope to see a lot of you. Of course, when we started back in 2010, there were not platforms like this. We were we were a beta tester for something that was put out by Intuit called Link
2.
Oh yeah. I was a nervous wreck. Oh,
the first time.
So much fun. But it worked. And we were talking last week, we had dial-up internet back then.
Yeah.
So, and webcams, and it worked.
Yes.
So we're so blessed to be able to come back on into something like this and broadcast live on YouTube and live on Facebook and out to the world. So
to our channels. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you have an open invitation. You just let us know. You are so busy. So you are always welcome here. And I when we used to do the pajama parties, we did maybe it was the radio show. We did a round table, like a question for all of the designers, and we bring Jules on, and you would come on, and we would come on, and it was a great way to talk to the designers and creative. So need to figure out how to fit that back in. Is there a link to subscribe to Cool2Craft? So subscribe to Cool2Craft on YouTube, or because I think you're coming in on YouTube or others. So my blog,
she's coming in on Eileen's YouTube.
Oh, got it. So we can put it in. let me see if I can bring a banner up here, or so it's youtube.com, Cool2Craft.
Yep.
So we would love to have almost 1,000 videos there, and lots of creative ideas. And you'll even see the first days when we started doing this, the old videos from 2010 and 2011.
More pictures, yeah.
And maybe I shouldn't have said that unless Eileen doesn't want you to see them. So
She wants you to see the very first one. I recall that. She called me. Oh my gosh.
Well, I remember one where we did a practice and my friend Lorene was over, and it was so bad. I said, I need to go have a shot. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. I had a shot of coconut run, and I got an allergic reaction, and then I had to take a Benadryl, and it was hideous. So I hope you don't ever see that one, but
I
was live for it. So
you didn't tell me that story back then. So, and I don't remember it, but it was a good excuse to go drink, I guess.
she was so nervous. It was so cute.
It was a mess. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. I had been hosting Eileen's Creative Living TV show for 6 years. I left the show, and it was 10 years later when I started the YouTube channel. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe we can go and do our own TV shows. So it was pretty cool. So we're glad to be back. And the crafting revival, #crafting revival, that is the focus this year.